Hey everybody, I want to ask you a question. Are you ashamed of your family? Many of you may be surprised why I am asking you this question. And I'm asking you this question because some of you may be that one family member who has acquired or accomplished certain things in your life. You may be the cousin or the auntie or the uncle or the mother or the father or the brother or the sister who is the only one in your bloodline who has a college degree. You may be the only family member who gets paid a very high salary at your job. You may be the only family member who drives a luxury car. You may be the only family member who has a huge apartment or a huge house. You may be the only family member who lives in a posh suburban area while your other family members live in the hood. You may be the only person in your family who is looked at as the prettiest or the finest or the most accomplished and the most successful. And sometimes when you are in that situation, people who are not related to you, meaning people in your workplace, people at church, associates, lovers you have, people will put you on a pedestal based off your material possessions, how you physically look, or what you have accomplished. And so when you get all these pats on the back and you get all of these compliments and people are raising you up to truly believe that you are a high level man or woman, some of you, not all of you will begin to look around your family and you will see the failures in particular family members, and you may become embarrassed or ashamed of them. And some of you all, when you look at family members, you will see the drug addicts in your family. You will see the alcoholics in your family. You will see the family members who lives in the projects or beat up urban neighborhoods and communities. You will look at family members who have experienced hardships. Some of them may have had evictions and been homeless. You will look at family members who cannot stay married. They've gotten several divorces, or as quick as they get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, 3 months later or 6 months later, they have a new boyfriend or girlfriend. You may look at particular family members and you look at that cousin who has a bunch of different children by different men or different women. You will look at the family member who may be going through something, but their house is not up to par like yours. And then you will begin to try to X yourself out of who is your biological family. And people have created this thing for a long time where they believe that they can handpick who their family is. And I'm not going to sit here and say that any one of you all are wrong to say that you don't want to be connected or you don't want to be associated with particular family members. I'm not going to speak on that and say that you are wrong, okay? But I'm going to ask you something else. If you are disassociating yourself with your family because you are so disgusted and you are so ashamed and so embarrassed, or you are so tired of seeing the failure in your family, what are you doing about it? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis while you are browbeating family members, while you are exposing particular family members' private matters and private struggles and their past? What are you doing with your successful self to better your family and to help your family have a better image. So then you don't have to go out and pick people who are not biologically related to you and claim them as your father, as your mother, as your sister, as your brother, as your cousin, or as your auntie, uncle, or grandparent. What are you doing personally to make a major change in your family? Are you turning down your plate, praying for your family? Are you crying out in the presence of God so he can touch your family? Are you getting up and going to serve your family members who are behind and who are struggling? Or have you completely raised yourself up as some God because of the job that you have, or the money that's in your bank account, or because of how you look physically, or because of what you hear outside people tell you about yourself? And because of what people have filled in your noggin, now you shun family members and you look down on them. That is why I'm making this video message, because unfortunately, whether you see all failure in your family outside of you, whether you are disgusted with what you assume about family, what you've heard about your family members from elders or from your parents or from other cousins, whether you have taken step 5, but no one in your family has even taken 1. They haven't even taken step 1. I want to know what it is that makes you feel like you are on a pinnacle and you have arrived. And unfortunately, we cannot pick our biological family. You were placed in the bloodline that you were for a particular reason and purpose. Your purpose was not to go and compete with other family members. Your purpose was not to go and accomplish all you can, and then you raise yourself up above your family and you look down on them. Because what we all, and this goes for me too, what we all must realize is that at any point, at any second, at any moment, on any day, we could fall. And we can lose every single thing that we have accomplished or acquired, especially when it comes to material possessions. You cannot begin to look down on people simply because you make $185K a year, or simply because you drive a luxury car, or simply because you have a big, beautiful house. And I want to also tell you what I find disgusting, and it is so ignorant. People are in total darkness and about what I'm about to, about what I am about to say. People will begin to like you, respect you, be comfortable around you, and trust you simply because of the money you have in your pocket or in your bank account. But these people have no clue who you are or what you are capable of outside of your job, or outside of your money, or outside of your accomplishments. People have no clue how you literally are a demon walking in flesh. They don't know that about you. They don't know that some of you all who are ashamed and embarrassed of your family, they don't know that you are so power hungry and so arrogant and shallow and full of yourself that when someone doesn't give you what you want, or when someone doesn't do what you want, you turn into a devil and you will do whatever you can to ruin that person's life or get a reaction out of them or put them in a position where they look like a clown or they look like they are a nobody. And in the midst, you will feel more superior and important. I'm making this video message because I want you all to start getting real about if you really are ashamed of your family. I have made several videos talking about family over the years. I told you guys years ago to love family from a distance. I gave you the reasons why. I made a video message and I told you all to get to the root of it. When I explained to you that how you view particular cousins or siblings or aunties and uncles, it was a root before you were even born. Some of these people had beefs with each other before you even hit the scene. Your mother and father had an issue with their siblings, and it spilled over into their adulthood. And when they began to birth out children, they badmouthed your aunties and uncles to you, so now you don't like them. You have had parents who have told your cousins particular private matters and issues and struggles that you have. And so now those cousins feel they have a one-up on you, and they talk to you any type of way. They treat you any type of way. You have other elders in your family that may have been messy. I'm sorry, respectfully, you could have a grandmother or a grandfather, an auntie or an uncle, a mother or a father who is messy, who is a troublemaker, who stirs up confusion and brings dissension. And whatever issue they had with their siblings or with other grandchildren or other cousins, they tell you about it, and now you have an issue because that's your mother. That's your father. So you're going to go along with whatever they tell you. So in this video message, now I'm speaking directly to those of you with this character where you are ashamed of your family. And again, I ask, what are you doing to bring change unto your bloodline? Instead of being embarrassed and ashamed of your family, ask yourself, what am I doing on a day-to-day basis to go and serve my family members, those who are less fortunate, those who are sick? Who am I assisting? Who can I assist? Who doesn't have a lot of money, but they need a bill paid? Who is sick and doesn't get visitors? Let me go call them or text them or check in on them or bring them a meal. If their house is dirty, if their house stinks, let me go over and try to clean up. Let me go and pray for those people in my family who are battling alcoholism, drug addiction, mental illness, or depression. I'm calling each and every one of you out, and I am exposing the devil because all of us have at some point been guilty, or we have personally experienced a family member who has raised themselves up above us and make it like because of what we came out of or because of what we're currently going through, they make it like we are not important or they're better. Check yourself, because at any point you can get tore down, and what you put out is what you get back. So while you are laughing and exposing family members who got evicted, who have been homeless, who is battling drug addiction, who is battling alcoholism or mental illness, how do you know that your turn won't be next? How do you know that your season of falling and making mistakes is not cooking in a pot and brewing? You don't know. And this is why I urge you to humble yourself. You be the change that you want to see. Well, guys, I know it's a sad time for you all, but I gotta go. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by this video message and anything I spoke about, it's okay. I'm not worried about it because I know you will forgive me in the morning.